I'm Annabelle, and welcome to Meeple Village. Today we're going to do a full run-through of Epic Resort. I noticed that online there's just not a lot of run-throughs for this game, especially not with the villain expansion. So I decided to make a video. So join me at the table and let's play Epic Resort. Alright, so I have the game set up and almost ready to go. Let's go over what everything on the table is so you guys can understand. So we have up on top, these two rows right here in 3 columns are going to be the, the resorts, the expansions that we can get to our resort. So first of all, let me explain kind of the theme of the game so you understand what I'm talking about by expansion to your resorts. So in this game, what we are doing is we are resort owners. So we own a resort and we can accept tourists into a resort, but a resort is a little bit special because we can also accept heroes into our resort. So you know how your heroes go into dungeons, which we've done that in many games if you've watched the channel before. Well, you know, after they're done with the dungeons, they usually, like in D&D, they go to an inn and they sleep there, but you know, some of them, I guess, have more money after delving through a dungeon and they want to stay at an epic resort, and that's where we come in. So we kind of host those heroes in our resorts, and we have different attractions for them to enjoy. In this expansion, we also allow villains because, you know, we're neutral people. We're not like for heroes or against heroes or for villains or against villains. We're just trying to make money. We're just trying to run our business. So we are also going to allow villains into our resort. And we're going to, what our job is to provide workers for our resort in a deck building kind of system where we're going to provide workers to make sure that the resorts are being taken care of, each attraction is being taken care of, and our heroes are going to rest. And if they rest, then they heal up, and if they heal up, then they're going to provide us victory points at the end of the game. Also important to know that that our resort is might be attacked because, you know, there's heroes, there's villains, but there's also monsters that might come into our dock, and they can be fought by heroes. And of course, if the hero fights them, they're going to lose their health because they're not resting at the resort anymore. They're helping us take care of the monsters that come in. So basically, that's an idea of what the game is. It's very thematic. It's really cool that it does that. But now let's go back and show you what all the cards on the table are. All right, so again, up here we have the attractions that we can add to our resort. So for example, we can have a brewery, or we can have a frost cone hut where we can provide, or we can have a curio shop, you know. So there's plenty of attractions, and the way they're laid out is these are level 1, so they're cheaper to buy, level 2 and level 3, which of course are the most expensive, but also provide more points at the end of the game. So that's this row. Then over here we have our dock. So this is where the tourists and the monsters and the villains and the heroes are going to come from, and we're going to give that a shuffle, although I already shuffled it out of camera, but just a quick one. All right, and we're going to populate it, but we'll do that in a minute. These are the monsters. So there are cards here that say a monster attacks, and then we draw from this deck. And I'm not gonna shuffle them again because they go in tiers. So tier 1 is up on top, and then after that tier 2, and then finally tier 3. The game ends when this deck is depleted, so we have to fight through all those monsters, but not really, because there are ways to get rid of cards, discard cards, so we can go through the deck quicker. One of them is our heroes resting. Once our hero is completely rested, they get rid of 1 monster, it's like an extra bonus. And if a villain rests, even though they don't fight monsters, because of course they're buddies with the monsters, they recruit one of the monsters, and we get to discard a monster card and go through the deck quicker. So that's that. And then over here is our market. As you can see, there's not a lot of cards in the market, and actually there's only, I think, 4 copies of each card. So but these are the helpers that we can get at our resort, that they have special abilities, which you all understand. There's always a day worker. That one is kind of like other games do that, but it's staple to the game. So we're always going to have the day worker, and then we pick out of many choices. We pick 4 cards, and we can pick them randomly, however you want to do it. So these are the ones that I picked. I don't remember if I did it randomly. I think some of them, yes. What I did try to do was get an array of money. So we've got the cheapest one, which is only worth $2 to buy the 4, the 5, and then the 8, which is super expensive, but as you can imagine, it's more helpful. All right, so then we got tokens. We've got meeples here. These are going to represent the tourists that come into our hotels or resorts. We've got money, which is not really, it is money, but we track our monies on our player aids or our player trackers. But there's a way to get money onto the first player, and you'll understand that later. But just know that that's coins. Then we've got hearts to keep track of our heroes and villains' health. We've got these fire tokens because when monsters attack us, they might damage our resort, and if they do, it's a pain. You'll understand that later. And finally, there's luck tokens because only one person can buy a certain worker per round. So if the first player gets a, what are you called, a herald, then the second player cannot get a herald that round. So that's how that works. And then finally, let's talk about our players. So I'm going to be doing a 2-player game today. So what I did is to fit it on camera, I put them, you usually have one here and the other one, wherever the other person is sitting, but I'm the only one sitting here. So we're going to have 2 players. This player up on top is going to be our first player for now, because that can change. And then let me show you what this is. So this is our tracker. We're going to be tracking, this is backwards, we're going to be tracking something called flair, which is kind of like our reputation in the hotel. And of course, highest reputation can bring up more tourists to our hotel, or heroes or villains. And then this yellow one is going to track our money. And that's the same thing for the second player. Then we've got our 2 starting attractions. We got a tiki hut and we got a beach. And they start populated with 2 meeples each. For now, that's all I'm going to tell you because I do want to get started. We have the same cards. We start with 3 lazy peons, we start with 3 street performers, and we start with 7 apprentices. We're going to shuffle those so we can get started. All right, so I shuffled them as best as I could. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to get 5 cards each. Put them over here so I don't get confused. Hopefully I won't get confused. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then the first step of the game we do simultaneously. And that step is to look at your cards and to put workers at your resort, which just reminded me that I'm going to need more space, but I just made more space. Okay. So let's take a look at what player 1 has. I guess we'll have to do it one by one since I'm the only one here. And then we'll go to player 2 and see how they're going to populate their resorts. Alright, so player 1 got 1, 2, 3, 4 apprentices and a lazy peon. So the apprentices, you can use them to populate or work at your attractions and fill them up. Or you can use them to train them and you can get a better worker, which are on the market, and toss this one out. And then the lazy peon is going to help us only if a monster attacks. So it's pretty much like clogging your hand until a monster attacks. But if a monster does attack us, it comes in very handy because this is you can discard to immediately end an attack and then remove the card from the game. So thematically, we just threw the lazy guy to the monster. The monster ate it and got satisfied and left the hotel. But for now, we're going to deal with our apprentices and put them out on our resort. So if we look at our resorts, the Tiki Hut requires 2 workers to be fully, employed, fully operational, and the beach requires 1. And what happens is if we don't fill them up, then our tourists kind of go away. They're dissatisfied with the service at the hotel and they leave us. So we want to try, if we can, to populate it. And I think since we got 4, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 2 here, and of course I need more room. Okay, I'm going to put 2 there, and I'm going to put 1 here. Oh my gosh, I'm killing your tourists over here. And both are fully staffed. And then I'm going to keep this other one so I can train him and he can become a better worker. And my lazy peon, I'll just keep in my hand in case a monster attacks us because I can't do anything else with it. So player 1 is done. Now we'll go take a look at player 2 cards. There's only 1 card you haven't seen. Maybe he's got it. Oh, he's got it. So let's show it to you. Okay, so he's got the street performer. We'll talk about him in a minute. And then he's got 3 apprentices and he's got a lazy peon. So the street performer says, if you discard it, you gain 1 flair or 1 reputation. And also I can train him. Hire a skilled worker to your hand, then lock that worker draft pile. So he is either is going to give me flair or I can train him for a better person. Now notice that he doesn't have this symbol on the top, neither does the lazy peon. That's because we cannot put him to work at an attraction. He will, of course, is a street performer. He likes to perform on the attractions, but not actually work cleaning them or whatever it is that these apprentices are doing. And this guy is too lazy to work. So let's go ahead and put them out in the resort for player 2. Okay, so I think I am going to fully staff this one as well. And then maybe train with the street performer, although I would have preferred to have the same option as player 1, which is to train the apprentice, because obviously the street performer can be used for other things. But we are done with the first phase of the game. Now we're going to go to the second one, which is where we get our income, and this one can also be done simultaneously. So what you do is you check first if any tourists leave. So if, let's say, I hadn't put this guy here, then for however many of these, I don't know what they are, crowns, I have no idea, W's, for however many we don't have, we lose a tourist. So we would have lost a tourist if I hadn't populated it. And why is it important to have the tourists? Because if you notice this, if I only had one tourist, I will only get this income. But now that I have these 2 tourists, I'm getting that income. And what is the income? Well, it's pretty simple. It's pretty simple. We got the blue, which is the flair. So we advance 1 on the flair, and then we got 3 money. So and that's it. And just so that you know, we cannot have 4 workers on the last square or rectangle, I guess. It's never covered up. That's just to show you how much income you get. And I wish I would have made it a little different, because it looks exactly the same and it's easy to just say, oh well, a worker here, but no, you cannot put a worker on the last one. That just shows you how much income you're gaining for that attraction. So I got that from there, and then we count all of them. So there we got another 1 from here because it's fully populated, it's fully, I guess, employed. And then we got another 2 money. So we got 5 monies, that's pretty good. And that's it for this worker. Now we do the same thing, and of course they're going to get the same amount of money because they have the same amount of stuff. But we can just add it up. 1 and 1 is 2 flair, and 3 and 2 is 5 money. All right, so we're done with this phase. Now we go to the next phase where we can take our actions. And in this game, we take 1 action and then it passes to the next player. And our actions are to either buy an attraction, train a worker. Oh, by the way, we forgot our duck. I'll do it in a minute. Train a worker. What else can we do? Get a tourist, which I have to populate in a second. And we also have free actions, which are any of the discard on our cards. Those are free actions. We don't need to, what do you call it? Spend an action to discard a card and gain its effects. So let's populate the duck. It's very important. The thing is, the duck doesn't come into play until the end of the round, so that's probably why I forgot. But we put, at the beginning of the game, we're supposed to put 6 things out. So here are tourists, here is a hero, here's another tourist. Okay, so there's an attack card, but at the beginning of the game we don't use those. So we are okay. Let's move it a little bit to the side so I have room. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 5 and 6, and you can already see how this game takes up a lot of space. All right, and then the monster card, we just shuffle it back in there. And again, anything that I mentioned about villains is only for this game because we're using the expansion. There will be no villains in the base game. All right, so we're good to go. So the first player gets a chance to do something. Remember, he's got a worker that he wants to train, and then a lazy peon. Also, I can use my flair, which I've got 2 of, to get something from the ducks, but we can't afford, nobody can afford anything because that's a 3, that's a 6, that's a 3, that's a 5, that's a 7, and that's a 4. So I don't think we're gonna get anything this turn. But player 1 will go ahead and train their apprentice by paying some money. So I think because I have 5, I either want the journeyman or the valet. And I think I have 5, so I'm gonna take the valet. So in a future turn, I can discard my valet to add health to a hero. And you'll also notice that this guy has 2 of those working things. So for example, if I was to place him here with 1 card, I will fulfill the requirements of the Tiki Hut. But we're not doing that right now. Right now we're just taking one of these and it goes straight into our hand, not the discard pile like in most deck builders. And then we lock the valet so that the next player cannot get a valet anymore. And our apprentice just leaves the game completely. He's never to be seen again. Okay, so that was the first player's action. He trained a worker. Now we're gonna go to our second player, who is, you know, kind of in the same predicament. He could get a flare, he could discard and get a flare to go up to 3, and I think he will, because he cannot afford anything here as far as flare goes, because he only has 2 flare. But if he discards this, which is a free action, he can go up to 3 flare, and that's again a free action. And it's just discarding, he's not going to completely lose it, so we'll put it on a discard pile right here. And then his real action is going to be to spend 3 flare to get either a grave robber or a grave robber. So I guess we're getting a grave robber. So the grave robber gives us 2 meeples. Notice this little symbol here, that just means that it came from the villain pack. So it says, if placed on an enemy attraction, one of these, I guess, gain $1, 1 coin. Of course, I don't have any of those attractions yet because I haven't bought an attraction. But we'll get 2 tourists. And this card just gets discarded. And then we'll get 2 tourists. And I can place them in my resort. They don't have any restrictions. There are other cards that do have restrictions of where you can put them, but this one doesn't, so I just put 1 on each. And that was my turn. We don't refill the duck until the end of the round. So now my turn is over because player 2 took an action, which was to go buy stuff. So we go back to, by the way, I didn't pay for my thing, which I should have. So it cost me $5 to get the valet. So I'm out of money. I have flair, but not enough flair to do anything with it. And let's see, all I have is a guy that helps me give, health to my heroes, but I don't have any heroes. Also, notice that he's in my hand. If I wanted to place him at a resort, I could, but I could not replace what I already have. So I can't say, oh, let me bring these apprentices back to my hand and, you know, put this guy here because he'll fulfill it. I can't do that. Once the workers are working, you cannot interrupt them. And another reason why, and this will come into play later, you want to have them in your hand, or it's nice to get them in your hand, is because if you had an attraction that has an ability, like most of these have an ability, for example this one, and it's not completely full, you can then fill it up, and that's only the time when the ability actually triggers. So if your hotel is not full of workers, you cannot use the attractions ability. But that's something for later, because right now we're not, and we're gonna run out of space, I just noticed. Anyways, so he's gonna pass, which is another action you can take, I guess. So it's only player 2 playing now. He can do as much as he wants. Of course, he wants to do nothing. Well, actually, he has 5, but he doesn't have a person to train. So he is not going to be able to do anything else, so he's gonna pass too. The good news for player 2 is that you keep your money. Flair you lose at the end of the turn if you don't use it, but money you keep to totals. You continue to keep it round after round. So because we're done, the round is over. So now we're going to go to the duck phase of the game, where we are going to check. So the first thing we do is the first thing gets discarded because they kind of got tired of waiting for room, I guess, in the resort. And then we slide everything down, and we're gonna get 2, and now we can start getting monsters attacking us. So that wasn't one of them, and this one wasn't one of them, so we're good. Okay, and after that we do a little bit of cleanup. Anything that has a token gets, unlocked. The cards in our hand and the cards that we played go to the discard pile, and we start again with the first phase of the game, drawing 5 cards. All right, sorry about that. So let me. By the way, let's talk. So you might have noticed, you might have not, that Meeple Village kind of took a hiatus, took a little break. I think it was the last video that we posted was 2 weeks ago, and the reason for that is that because we are revamping Meeple Village. Change is good, but change is hard. And you guys are my guinea pigs, and you probably just saw why that's a problem. So I am trying a new system where I will spend less time on post-production and trying to flip the cameras while I play live. Now, I'm not used to it, as you might have just realized. I'm not used to doing that, and I will forget. So I apologize ahead of time. I will try and remember to change the camera angles, but I'm so used to doing that in post. But the good news is that if I do get used to it, which hopefully I will, there will be faster content, right? So I'll be able to get more content faster because I won't have to spend so much time in post-production. So I know that I have a bunch of loyal fans, and I appreciate each and every one of you. Please, please, please be patient while I get used to all of this. I will get better at it and hopefully not have those times where you can't see anything. The main point of Meeple Village, and the reason why I started this channel, was because I really wanted to show viewers like myself. I used to watch run-throughs all the time, I still do, but I wanted viewers to have a good look at the game. That is my main objective with Meeple Village. I want you guys to have a flawless experience when I'm playing, and I want to show you as close as I can and as much as I can of the game so you guys can experience it together. I used to watch a lot of videos where it was just one camera and everything was tiny and you really couldn't understand what was going on in the game. You had to kind of trust the person playing that they were doing the right thing. Sometimes they will tell you, sometimes they will not. I really try as much as I can to as I'm playing, tell you what's going on in the game in case you can't see it, but I also really try to show you. So again, that's just an aside. I apologize for the last, I don't know, 2 minutes, but here's everything. Let me show you. So we've got our duck. We got rid of one. We didn't get any more monsters. All the workers have been cleaned up. The ones that were here, the ones that were in our hand. We took off the luck token, and we're ready to get 5 cards and go to the next round. Okay, so there you go. So the first phase again. Oh, by the way, also something that we do is the first person that passes in a turn, which was the player 1, gets to, well, it used to be that he gets to keep the harbor master, which is the first player marker, is what I call it. But I think the new rules in the villain, there were some explanations or some errata that, you know, now they do it so that the person that passes first gets to pick who the next first player is. Now, of course, it's good to be first player. You get first dibs. So I don't know why they changed it. Maybe there's a strategy that I'm not familiar with that, you know, makes it work better so that you pick. But I'm going to say that he picked himself as the first player. And when you keep the same first player, there's a coin that's added. If the first player ever changes, the new first player gets to keep all that money and add it to their money tracker. But for now, that's what happens. So I'm still first, player 1, or top player, is still first player. And so let's see what he got. All right, so obviously he got whatever he didn't get last time. So he's got an apprentice, an apprentice, an apprentice, and then one of each of these guys. So we got 3 apprentices. So let's put them to work, I guess? Or do I want to keep one to hire? Well, I don't want to lose my meeples. So I think, yes, I think I'm going to staff it, and then if I want to train, I'll just train the street performer. So let's see. Also, something important to know. Oh, I lost all my flair, because I just told you that we don't keep flair. All I'm going to get is 2 flair, which is not going to be enough to get more tourists. So with that in mind, if I don't populate this one, I would get an extra 2 flair. I would have 3 flair, but I don't think 3 flair is enough to get anything. Well, I could get the grave robbers. You know what? I think we're gonna go for, let's get some really good workers, and we'll worry about tourists later. So he did it, and then the next player, and I think since you know the cards, I don't need to show you up front. He's got, oof, 1, 2, 3, 4, he's got a missing card. Okay, there we go. Okay, so he's got 3 apprentices, a street performer, and a lace piano. So same hand, pretty much. He's got a bunch of new tourists. He's gonna get 7 money at this point, and no flair whatsoever, 0 and 0. So maybe, but see, the problem is these guys are very expensive. The cheapest one is 3. I have a street performer that can give me 1 more, so I need 2. If I miss on that guy, it's only 1. If I miss on that guy, it's only 1. If I miss on this guy's, then I would get 2. I think I have a lot of money, so let's work on training. So I'm just gonna put 1 guy out there, and I'm gonna keep everything else in my hand, and we'll see how it goes. So now we go to income. So he's fully operational, so he's gonna get 2 flares, 1 for each attraction, and then he's gonna get $5 again, so he's got $5. Now these guys, they lose 2 tourists because there's no cars here. So these guys kind of say, oh, this resort is not clean, I don't want to be here. But this one is populated, so all the guys here stay. So it's funny because I spent 1 flare to get tourists, but I lost them. But I guess I got tourists at the beach, and I lost them from the tiki, so I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I'm playing it right, like making the best decisions. I'm just playing it. Anyway, so now we've got 2 flares, so I'm going to have to discard my other guy to get to 3 so I can get the grave rubbers, but that's a problem for later in the game. And then I got 5 more money, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, getting me to 10, which is great. Alright, so we're done with that phase, so now we're going to go to the action phase where we can take actions. So he's got $5. I'm starting to think it's time to expand a resort, which means I don't know where I'm going to put things. But first, because I know he's got a ton of money, I want to train my guy. Do I? Or do I want to go for the flare? Because the only thing I can afford, yeah, I guess I will have to. So I'm going to, but then I won't be able to train, and I kind of wanted, well, that's okay. So I'm going to discard my guy to get a flare. He goes on my discard pile, and then I'm going to spend the 3 to get the only card that I can afford, putting me back to 0, and at least I'm getting some tourists. And again, there's only 2 places where I can put them, so 1 will go here and 1 will go here, okay, and this gets discarded, and that was my action. And so we go to the next oh, by the way, no, okay, yeah, it's good. So alright, I've got a lot of training to do, and I better do it fast because if not, it'll get locked. I think I'm going to, I see a lot of heroes out here, so eventually we should be able to get heroes when we get more flair. So I think I'm going to train one of these apprentices into a valet as well. Although he already has a valet, so I know he doesn't want one. So, but those 2 guys plus a health to our heroes, it's hard to pass. So I'm thinking I can also get the Herald. I mean, he does give me 2 flair, which seems to be a bottleneck in this particular game, at least for now. So let's see. I don't think I can pass on the valet though. So let's do the valet, and I could be doing things wrong. Actually, you know what? Let's not, because I want to give him a different approach. If not, we'll be doing the same thing all game, and what good is that? So I will get the Herald. I will spend 2 money, 1, 2. And this guy, like I said, gets tossed out of the game, and he goes to my hand. And that's my turn. I locked it. Yes, I did. Perfect. All right, so we're back to player 1, who's got the lazy peon in his hand, but he's not done because he has $5. So I think it's time to upgrade our resort. So I have 2 choices. I can get the Copper Kettle Brewery, which I believe is an enemy attraction. Let's take a closer look. So yeah, it has the ominous symbol, which is it's here too, which tells me that it comes from the, well, it's not the same, but this one comes from the villain expansion, and it has that symbol, which might be called on by other cards. It costs 5 to buy. It gives me 2 points at the end of the game if I still have it, and then if it's complete. Oh, if I have 2 people, is that right? I have to have 2 people at least. Usually it's all of them have to be full. Yeah, because so it's just 2 people. I'll show you why in a second. So I can discard a lazy peon if you do gain $1. Also, my lazy peons get a little bit better. And I'll tell you why I know. It's because here it says I have to have all 3. So that's how I know that the other one is just 2. So this one is a food attraction. Of course, it's a cone hut. And it also costs $5, They come from tier 1. And then if I have it fully staffed, remove a luck token from any attraction or worker draft pile. So let me buy something again. Okay, so let's see. It gives you 2 points. So which one do I want? I think I'm going to go for this one, believe it or not. Because having a use for this lazy PMs sounds like a plus. So that one was here, so I just take it. And now, of course, I got to make room. So give me a second. We'll move the duck. We'll move the ducks a little further down. I have to check if they're still on camera. Because I got to put this guys here. And I can choose where to put them. Hold on, let me put this down before I forget. A little bit more. So I can choose where to put this. I can put it in the middle, I can put it on the left, or I can put it on the right. Because monsters will be attacking, and they'll be attacking a specific attraction, the one on the right, the one on the left, the one. And you'll see that because I'm sure monsters are gonna come. Well, they have to come or else we can't end the game. Okay, so I had to move everything to keep everything on camera. I think we did it. So he got this attraction, and he can choose where to place it. He can put it on the left, he can put it in the middle, or he can put it over here. I think just to keep things easy, I'm just going to put it on the right. The reason why you might want to pick is because monsters will attack a specific attraction, maybe the one on the left, maybe the one on the right. It's random, so we never know. But for now, I'm just going to keep it there. And notice that it comes in with no workers, so if I had a worker in my hand, which I don't, I could put it here. If I had 3 workers, I could put them there and get it completely filled up so that then I could discard this lazy PM to gain $1. But I don't. So that's it for me. I bought an attraction, I have to pay for it, so I lost all my money. Okay, and then we're gonna go to our next player, which is down here, and he's got room for a thing which I know he wants to buy. It's gonna cost him 5. Oh, something else about attractions. So if you want to upgrade your attraction, let's put one on top. Let's say that now I got 3, and that's the max you can have. But let's say I wanted a tier 2. I have to put it on top of a tier 1 or a lower tier, I guess you have to say. So a tier 3 could go anywhere, but a tier 1 cannot go on top of a tier 2. You always want to go up in level, not low. So and that one, it happened later. In the meantime, I've got player 2 has $8. I do want to get me one of those things, probably number 1, so probably the $5, which means I have $3 left. And before they're gone, because I'm not supposed to know what he's got in his hands, so I don't know that he doesn't have somebody that he can train. I want to train one of these guys, my last guy. So I have $3 to do it, and nothing costs $3. Do I have something that gives me money? I don't. Well, since I don't, and I got 2 flare. That's a problem, because I would have liked to get something better than a day worker, but I guess we'll get a day worker. So let me show you how the day worker works. So the day worker costs 0, but every time you put him to work, you have to spend money. So he doesn't cost you anything up front, but then you pay through the roof. But notice that he does fit in 2. Like he'll take care of 2 spaces, so that's 2 spots, so that's pretty good. So not like my favorite one to get, but the one I'm gonna get. So again, he goes into my hand, so I could put him to work right away, but I don't think it's necessary. And we lock the day worker, and then we go back to player 1, who all he has is a lazy peon and no money, so he's gonna pass. He's gonna keep the hardware master, so we're gonna add another coin. And then player 2 has some stuff that he can do. So first of all, we're going to discard the hero that we just got and the street performer to get 3 flare. So 1, 2, 3, so we're up to 5. So with that, we can get ourselves either a hero or a villain. I think we're gonna go for the hero. So we're gonna lose our 5 flare. And let's take a closer look at the hero. 5 to buy. He's got an armor of 3, so when incoming hits come from monsters, he can defend up to 3. This is his health tracker, so he's going to start here, and he has a long way until he completely heals and gets out of our resort. He also has an ability, when attacked, remove 1 damage marker from any attraction. And when scored, discard the top monster from the monster pile. That's just a reminder that he takes care of a monster for us. And he's going to be worth 3 points if I still have him at the end of the game. So now I gotta pick what attraction I want him on, because heroes go on top of attractions and I don't have room. So I have to see how I'm going to fit everything. Well, considering that I need room for this guys, I don't think that I'm gonna have room. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put him in the middle like that. And that's not what you're supposed to do, but I just don't have the room on camera. I guess we could do it like that, and then move this guy up a bit. So we could do that. For such a simple game, because this game is just a deck builder, it's not like a dungeon crawler, with minis and stuff. It does take a lot of room, doesn't it? Anyways, so that's where he's gonna go. In this side, I guess. I don't think it matters for now. I don't know if it matters because I don't know what's coming. But I do have a worker here, and I don't think I lose it. I just lose tourists. But I got more tourists here than I do there. So if a monster attacks, I don't want to lose my tourists. So that was second player's turn. Go back to, first player already passed. So we keep going then. And he wants to get an attraction, which I probably should have done earlier, but I didn't. So he's gonna spend, he didn't spend any money, so he's gonna spend, he's got 8, so he can go to a level 2, but I think I wanna get a level 1 so that I can upgrade, because you score every attraction that's on your stack. So like these are 0, but if you start getting attractions on top, you actually get the points for all of them, unless you lose by damage your attractions, then you lose the whole stack. But anyways, so let's see, I want either the Copper Kettle Brewery, which is the same one that my opponent got. So because of that, I'm going to get the Frost Cone Hut so that we can have a little bit of variety. And when you do that, this one actually comes down to reveal the next one that we can buy. So it's 5, so I'm down to $3. And I'm also going to put it on this side so that the hero's in the middle, because the hero can move to adjacent attractions to protect them. So I kind of want to have them right there. And also, really, that's really why. All right, so he's passed, and I have to pass as well. I wrote day worker because I don't have anything else that I can do. I could put this guy here, but he's not going to do much because I need 3 in order to trigger the ability. I do think that the other one was only 2. I could have triggered it, but we're just going to leave it. All right, so we're done with actions. So we're going to go to the duck. And we're gonna lose the first one, which now the discard pile is over here, and we're gonna get 3 more. So, okay, so whenever we get a monster attack, we stop and we resolve the attack. So let's put this over here. We're going to get a level 1. So a baby dragon is attacking, and it's attacking the resort with the most meeples. Let me show you up close. So in order to resolve attacks, you need these 2 cards. The top one, the monster, is what you're fighting. And it's going to tell you who it's attacking. So it's attacking the resort with the most meeples. It's going to eat 1 meeple, and it has 3 attack power. Now, this tells you where it's attacking. So if your resort only has 2 cards, 2 attractions, it'll attack the one on the right. And if the resort has 3 attractions, then it can attack. It's also going to attack the one on the right. We check which resort has the most tourists. Now, we just lost some tourists, player 2, so he only has 4. This guy has 6, so he's definitely attacking this resort. Now, he's attacking this one, and luckily, there are no tourists here. So when there's, luckily and unluckily, so there's a whole chart of what to do when. So we look at which one is the one that we're looking at right now. No tourists, no hero. That's what we're looking at right now. There are no tourists of the attraction and no hero. So the monster wreaks havoc on the unprotected attraction, place a damage marker on the attraction. If at any time an attraction has damage markers equal to its limit, typically 2, with the starting ones is 3, the attraction is destroyed. If destroyed, all attraction cards in the stack are removed from play and are not worth any VP. Any workers of the attraction are not discarded. So we pretty much get a damage counter. So that's not good. We just got this attraction, and now it's got 1 out of the 2 that it can handle. And then we discard this, and that's not it, because we keep going. There can be another attack. That's not it. So we got 4, we got 5, we need to move it down. And the last one is another attack. Haha. Alright, so we reveal this. It's a double attack, but again, the errata that came in the villain expansion, one of the things that it said was that treat double attacks as single attacks. I don't know if it just made the game too hard and people were complaining about it, but we're just going to go ahead and treat it as a single attack. So it attacks, let's see, attacks the reserve with the most heroes. So now we're going to the other side of the other guy is getting an attack. And it's going to attack the one on the left. So let's take a look at what happens when, because you can actually move, if you don't have to, but if you want to, you can say, hey, my hero is going to move to the side, but he's going to lose a health and he doesn't have any health to lose. So I don't think we can protect it. We can't. So, because he hasn't healed any. You know, he only cost me 5. It makes sense that he's kind of like a win. All right, so let's see how much havoc he's going to do. So let's go read our chart again. There are tourists, but no hero. Because see, if I put the hero there, then he would lose 1 health. Remove to the left, and he would die. And I want him to die. So helpless to defend themselves, the tourists get eaten by the monster. The defending attraction loses meeples equal to the monster's damage or health or armor. I don't know. Remove from right to left, return to the supply. If the monster is greater than the number of meeples, remove them all. So it is greater because he's got a 2. 2 here, and wait, it's not greater. This is this guy. Yeah, he only has 1. Okay, so this guy gets eaten, and that's it. At least we don't get a damage token, so I'm happy about that. And then this gets discarded, and that's not it, because we can still reveal another attack, and we don't. Okay, so we got our stuff. So the duck phase can take a while. 2, 4, 6. Yeah, we got it. All right, so we're back to our guys. We're gonna do a little bit of cleanup now. So every luck token gets removed. Those guys are able to be bought again. We lose all our flair, but nobody had any. We get our cards back to our discard pile, not back. Okay, and then here we do that, and we do that. Oh wait, we both had a lazy peon. This is what happens when you're playing. Yeah, so this was prevented because we had a lazy peon. We just lose the card. And here, same thing. I could have prevented that altogether and keep my tourist. So why not send the lazy peons out to die, right? So we just get rid of them. Sorry about that. Again, a lot going on. Yes, we prevented the attack, both of us. Okay. Let me see one thing. So we are back with 5 cards, 1, 2, 3, of course. I see any good deck builder. If you don't have enough, you shuffle and you take ones you need. So there's 2 more. So there's my cards. And then same thing for this guy. Yeah, 3, shuffle. So we can start seeing our new workers, which is great. 2. And also one thing I forgot, this guy gets healed because he rested for a bit. Okay. So, and the first player has not changed. I already added the money. So this guy's got a street performer, 2 street performers, a lazy peon. He does have his valet and an apprentice. So I'm gonna put that guy there. But I think I'm gonna keep do I have money? I don't have any money. No, let's staff everything nicely. We'll go here. So that's that, and then for our second player, we just have 2. So something, because we got 2 lazy peons in hand, something's got to give. Well, I want to staff the beach because it's got the more tourists. There's nothing here. We still will lose that because we will be missing 1, so we will still lose the tourist. So I'll just keep it in my hand to maybe train. Okay. And just making sure it's still recording. I'm telling you. All right, so let's get our income. So he's got 7 bucks and no flair, but I guess we'll take advantage of the money somehow. Oh wait, he's got flair here. What am I talking about? 3 flair from our attraction that has no tourists. I might want to get some tourists here somehow. Okay, and then over here we got 2, 3, 5 flair. And $2 and $3 is $5 more, so we're back to 8. All right, and we've done all that, so now we can take our actions. So what does player 1 want to do? He wants tourists, so he's going to discard these two guys to get 2 more flair. Yes, let's do that. So we're up to 5. And can we get any tourists with 5? Yes, we can. We can get a legion, which is beautiful. So we'll take the legion for 5 flair. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4 workers that are, I mean not workers, 4 meeples that are new to our hotel. And we can fit them all here. 1, 2, 3. I guess it's better if you guys can see them better if they're laying down. So we're laying down. 5. And this guy gets discarded. Thank you, Legion. So that was my turn. Now we go to the second player or bottom player. And he wants to, lazy peons, no good. He wants to train. And he doesn't know that he doesn't have anybody to train. So let's train first. Because he already got a tourist. So he probably doesn't want any more tourists. So what do I want to get? I have $8. So you know what? Let's get the good guy. We're just going to spend all our money to get the guild master. Why not? And this guy gets tossed out of the game. We lock the guild master. And he goes into our hand. Okay, that was bottom player. Top player has a lazy peon in hand. He has $7. So with $7 we can't train anybody, so might as well get an attraction. So I want a tier 2 attraction, or do I want a tier 1 attraction? Because I can still cover this guys with a tier 1 attraction. It's probably better. We don't lose the tourists just come up to the new attraction. So I think I'm gonna go for a cheap one and start building up like that. So do I want a dragon flame tub or a brewery? Well, I cannot have a brewery because I already have a brewery, and you cannot have 2 showing. I can't put it on top because it's the same tier. So we'll just get a dragon flare tub. And we'll replace this one because this one's harder to keep up because it has 2 workers as opposed to the beach that only requires 1. Okay, so these guys are here now, and this cost me $5, so I'm down to $2. And the ability is, if it has 3 guys, which it doesn't, but it could if I add a guy here, gain a tourist to this attraction. Okay, so back to second player or top player. He's got no money. He's got a couple of lazy peons. Let's work on that flare. We don't need this guy right now. By the way, the worker can work at 2 adjacent attractions. So I can put him like in the middle and cover many more places. So we're gonna discard this to get a flare. Okay, so we're up to 6 flair, so that's really good. For 6 flair, I want to get new tourists, but I can also get a 6 hero, which is points, so why not? So we're going to get the Tempress. She's also going to start down there. She only defense for 2, but she's got a cool ability, gain 1 flair at the beginning of each season. And she's going to give me 4 points if I keep her around. So I think I'm going to put her here just because if a monster attacks, I don't want to have no tourists and no heroes because I'll get a damage token. Although I do have a lazy peon, don't I? Oh, I got 2. So I'm pretty much covered, I would think. But you never know because we're going to get a couple of cards. 3 at least. So that's my turn. We go back to the guy up on top who's got a lazy peon. And this is not populated, so we cannot trigger the ability. He's got $2, nobody to train. He's gonna pass again. Well, I guess he is first player, so, and we cannot move, like I cannot move this guy to here, so I can trigger that, unfortunately. Again, once the workers are placed, they cannot be moved. All right, we're going down here with this player, trying to make room. He's got the guild master, so he cannot do anything. So he's got no money. Oh wait, I didn't pay for the flare. I think I spent it all, right? 6, yeah, correct. All right, so we're both gonna pass. So we will go to the dock. This one gets discarded. Everything gets moved down. And we get 3 more. Okay, we're safe. We're safe, and we're safe. Okay, so no attacks because of course we are full of lazy peons. So why would they attack us? Okay, cleanup time. So everything gets discarded. Let's clean that up, clean this up, lose all flair, remove the locked tokens, and our heroes get healed. So he's 3, okay, almost there. All right, and we go to a new season. She's gonna trigger and give me a flair at the beginning of each season, so that's good. We're all gonna get 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So what did you get, mister? You got an apprentice, another apprentice, 3 apprentices, a street performer, and a lazy peon. Okay. I can get $1 if I discard the lazy peon, but I would have to use all my workers just to populate that, and everything else gets tossed. So I think we're going to go here to the beach, and we kind of populate that completely. I would lose 3 guys here, 3 guys there if I don't put these guys. I could lose 2 guys and 2 guys. That's not a bad, let's see. So if I put 1 here, I will lose 2 guys and I'll get 2 and 2, which is okay. I'm happy with that. And if I put this one here, same thing, I get 2 and 2. So I think, oh no, I won't. I will lose 2 here, 2 and 1. Well, there's not much I can do, so we'll keep it like that. And then for this one, I got an apprentice, I got my day worker that I have to pay for, and I have no money, so I can't. So my day worker is useless because I'm 0 money right now. Okay, I got my herald, which I can discard for flair. So by the way, you should have lost all your flair. I got 3 apprentices. I got no tourists here. Definitely put in 1 at the beach. I could super populate this so I don't lose my tourist, sure. And I'll keep my guy so I can get some flair and get some tourists for my attraction. So let's do income. So as far as income, this guy has 1 flair and 1 flair only, so I don't think he's going to do much with that. But the most important thing is he's got a bunch of money. He's got 4 plus 3 plus 3. So that's $10 plus the 2 he has is 12. Now you can only go up to 14 bucks. If you ever have more than 14 bucks, you cannot cash it in. So I have to keep that in mind and maybe lose some tourists so I can get more flair next time. And then for this guy, he's got 2 and 3, 5 flair. So he did get some flair. And then as far as money, he's got 0 here, 3 here, and 2 here, so 5 bucks. I was playing with another player. I would definitely be making smarter decisions for each player. I'm just kind of letting you get a feel for what the game can do. But trust me, don't trust my strategy. Trust me, don't trust my strategy, because I have none at the moment. I'm just kind of putting stuff and trying to think. It's a lot going on. It's simple. It's very simple. It's not complicated at all. And if I was playing with just 1 hotel, I would probably be doing a lot better than I'm doing. So, but we'll keep going and we'll play it out. Anyway, so I got my income. So now actions. He's still first player. So I got a street performer, which would put me to 2 if I discard him for flair, which I could get 1 tourist, and 1 tourist only, but I guess we will before it's gone. So I'll discard my street performer. I could have trained him too, because I am running out of money. Well, you know, like I have too much money. But I'll just get the flair and then lose the flair to get the beachcombers. Now I want to show you guys this one. So the beachcombers only give me 1 meeple, correct? But if I have an umbrella attraction in my resort, I can get an extra 2 meeples that have to go on the umbrella attraction. And as it is, I do have an umbrella attraction. However, it is full, so I cannot get the extra 2 meeples. I don't have any others. So all I get is 1 meeple, which will go here, and my attraction is full. So I don't mind losing some meeples so I can get a little bit of flair next time and get something better. For now, at least, my attractions are completely stocked. Okay. Oh wait, did I not lose the guys I said I was gonna lose? Oh my gosh, I didn't. Oh, I gotta do income again. So rewind for a little bit. Oh man. So yeah, this is not overly populated, so I should have, wait a minute, I shouldn't have had any flair. I had $2, So yeah, this is how we should be standing, because I forgot to boost the meeples because I didn't have it fully operational. So my income should have been, did I get, no I didn't. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 plus 2, 9, okay, so almost the same. And 2, 4, I should have 4. Now I just lost that guy, so I should have gotten one more flare. This guys can go back. Because yeah, things have changed. I have 5, so I can actually, do I want tourists? I think I should get me a hero. Actually, I'm gonna get me is this a villain? It is a villain. So just so that you can see everything that the game has to offer. He does not defend, so he doesn't care about monsters. He's just here to rest. He's friends with monsters. It says, when attacked, you may spend flair as if it were money until the end of the season. Oh, when attracted, okay. So my flair has become money right now. Do I have any flair left? No, I don't. Monsters give you more points than heroes, so that's, I guess, a good reason to have them, but they don't help you protect anything. I don't know where to put them. I'll just put them in the middle for now. Okay, so I did that, and of course now my flair can be used as money, but I don't have any, so it's useless. So let's go to our next guy. Let's see, he's got money, he's got flair, he's got a day worker now. Well, now I can put him to work, but now I don't need to put him to work. And I could get more flair, so I can get a mob. Yes, let's do that. So I'm going to discard my herald to gain 2, and now I have 7 flair, and the mob is 6. I can, because it'll give me 5 workers, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I could put them all down. Or 4 and 4 is 8. I only have 7, so that's not gonna work. I could get, no. I wanted to try and get this hero, but that's 4. But I have enough heroes. I think we're gonna go with the mob. So I'm gonna go down to 1, and I'll take the mob, and that's 5. So this gets discarded. I get 5 meeples. Or I should call them tourists. Okay. And definitely put in some here. 1, 2. The most I can put here is 4. And I guess the other one will have to go at the Tiki Hut because there's no place else. Laying them down for you guys. Okay, so that was how I use my flair. We go back to this one. Does he have anybody to train? No, he does not. But he does have $9, so he could get a new attraction. So I think it's time to go for upgrading the beach. Or we could upgrade one of these because we got a lot of money. We can get a tier 2. And leave the beach. I like the beach because it only takes 1 worker to kind of control it. So sure. Let's get a level 2. We got the canopy zip line. We've got the curio shop. So the ability to remove a damage marker from an attraction, but I don't have any. Move any number of tourists at your resort from to or from this attraction. Okay, I think I like that one. So we'll take this one. We're going to pay 7 for it, which puts us down to $2. And we're going to upgrade our, we're going to upgrade this one. Because I like the other guy's ability to discard lazy peon. Of course, I haven't been able to use it because I don't have enough workers. I should be training my workers, but I don't have any workers to train. Okay, so that was my turn. Oh, yeah, that's it. And then we go down to this guy. He has nobody to train. He has $5. So he'll get a level 1 attraction. Let's see, Timberline Trail. I think the umbrella, right? Why not? Actually, this, yeah. He's got a meat. Yeah, we'll take the umbrella. What is this Scarlet's opinion? Rearrange any number of heroes at your resort. Sure, I've got heroes. Okay, so we'll put it here. And we've upgraded our Tiki Hut, finally. Alright, and that cost me, what? 4. So I'm down to $1. And then I think we're going to pass. I don't think this guy can do anything else with $2 and a lazy peon, and this guy with a day worker. So we're all good there. So, yeah. Okay, so we're done. Who passed first? bought something, and then it was his turn. So he passed first, so same first player, I guess. Okay, so we're going to go to the docks. This guy has discarded. Okay, we got 2, we got 3, 4, 5, and 6, and no monsters. Okay. Okay. Oh man, I don't like having a mess. Trying to keep it organized, but okay. Alrighty, so cleanup time. I forgot to put this guy's health, but it's going to increase right here. Alright. And this one's going to increase, and this one's going to increase. So next turn, if he's still here, he gets to check out of the hotel, and I keep him as points. But not this turn. This turn he made it to the last step. Alright, so now we discard all of our stuff, including our lazy peon. We didn't get attacked. Okay. And same thing down here. We lose our flare. Alright, I think we're good to go. We get 5 cards. So there's 2. 3, 4, 5. There you go. And then there's 2. 3, 4, 5. Alright. This guy got 2 apprentices, 3 apprentices, and a valet. He should have gotten a hero because he has that stuff to give. Okay, that's okay. So, do I have a lazy peon? I do. So let's put our valet here since he cannot be trained anymore. And let's put an apprentice. Actually, with just 2 I can trigger this, I'm pretty sure. But let's just fill it up so we don't lose any tourists. And then I do want to try and train one of these guys, so we'll put one on the beach. And we're going to lose all of our tourists there, but that's okay. Okay. And then for our other guy, oops, we made a mess. Let's see. We've got a street performer and 2 street performers, and only 2 apprentices. So our hotel is not going to be fully staffed. We'll put one on the beach because it's easy, and we'll put one here, and we'll lose the rest of the tourists. That's just how it goes. Our mob is going away. So first, let's check this one. Here we needed 3, we don't have it, so we lose. We're supposed to lose 3, but only have 2. Here, this is fully staffed, so we keep our guy. Here, this is fully staffed, so we keep our guy. So let's count our income. We got 4 from this and 2 from this, so that's 6 flair. And as far as money, 0, 1, and 4, so that's 5. So that puts us at 7. And for this guy, we lose all of our tourists in this attraction. We don't lose any tourists here, and here we lose 2 tourists because we have 1, we're missing 2. And then as far as flair, we got 3 and 2, 5 flair. And as far as money, we got 3 and 2, 5 money, so it puts us at 6. All right, we did it. Now, where are our workers? Oh yeah, these are the workers I have left. So I can train, so let's do that. Do I have money? I do. I have 7 money, so I think maybe we'll get a journeyman. So this guy is going to become a journeyman. It's journeyman is 4, so we have 3 left. And this guy gets tossed. This guy goes into our hand. The journeyman is locked. So that was that. And then I could train one of my street performers. Let's see. We got 5 flair and a bunch of tourists. With 5 flair, we can get another hero. I like my heroes. Sure. You know what? Yes. We're gonna go down to 1 flair, and we're going to get the berserker. And it says, when attracted, lose 2 from this attraction. Well, we don't have any, so I guess it doesn't matter. And he comes a little bit better healed, which makes sense because, you know, he's a tank. So, yes, very good. All right, and that's it for me. I'll decide if I want to lose the other 2 flair when my turn comes back around. All right, for this guy, though, he's got $3 and a bunch of flair. He has a journeyman, which says hire a skill worker to your hand at a discount of 3, then lock that pile. So with a discount of 3 and the 3 I have, it would be 6. So I could get another valet, but do I want to? I don't have any heroes in my hotel, so why would I want to do that? But I could get a herald, well, that would be free, I guess. But then I get a discount of 3 to get something for 2, so I don't think I will. So let's just spend our flair for now. By the way, I could discard a lazy peon to gain $1 because this attraction is fully staffed, so I could go up to 4. But do I need to go up to 4? Well, if I went up to 4 with my $3 discount, right, it would put me at 7, which I could almost afford a Guildmaster, but I can't. So I don't think I'm going to do it. Instead, I'm going to spend my flair because I have 6 of it. And there are no heroes, but I could get a click with 3 guys, but actually I could get a 1 for 4, which will give me the same amount, and maybe come back and get something else if they're not taken, because of course it will be second player, bottom player's turn. But I'm going to spend 4, and leaving me with 2, which yes, I can get a couple. Not right now, but if it's still around, and get 3. And this gets discarded. And where am I going to put my 3? Well, the beach seems like a safe place because it's easy to populate. And then I guess we'll put 1 here. Okay. So that was it for him. We go back to the bottom player who's got like money, because of course he paid flair for that. Because he can train, yeah, he can train something. Now he's got 1 flair. Let's see. If I want the couple, this is my chance, and I think I will. There are 2 couples though. There's a beachcomber. You know what? The beachcomber is a lot better for me because I do have the umbrella. So I'm gonna toss, or not toss, but discard a street performer to get a flair, putting me up to 2, and then I'm gonna spend the 2 to get the beachcombers. I get 1, and then 2 that have to go on my umbrella. Which is perfect. So 2 for my umbrella, for my Timberline Trail, and then 1 I can put wherever I want. Where do I want? I mean, good thing is everybody I go, there's a hero. So, and it's exactly the same whether I put it here as far as income. So we'll just put it here with our Berserker, and that's discarded, and that's that for me. So now this guy has 2. He's gonna get the couple, right? That was the situation here. So for a couple, I get 2. This gets discarded. Everybody's getting tourists. And the only place that I could put them would be here and my zip line, because everything else is full. All right. And then we're back to here. Do I want to train anybody? Yes. I have money. I have money. I have $6. I could train this street performer since I'm not going to use him for flair. And I can get me a better worker. With 6, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and spend it on a ballet since I have so many heroes. That seems like the right way to go. So it's $5, so I'm down to $1. We're going to lock it. The street performer gets this tossed, and then that's it. Now we go back to our top player who cannot do anything. Well, actually, he could still train this guy, or he could discard to get $1. And here's the thing. If I discard this guy and I get attacked, it's going to be trouble. And there's only 2 things left. So there's going to be a lot of cards, and we haven't seen monsters in a while. So I think I want to keep my lazy peon if I can. But do I want to train him? The only thing I could train him into is the Guildmaster, so I won't be able to. So you know what? I'm just going to pass. We're going to add another $1, which I think is the last $1. And over here, this guy has to remember to pass quicker. That's all he's got to do. All right, he is going to go ahead and discard this one for an ability. So it says for his abilities, to discard +1 to any hero. So let's get the Berserker going. And he's passed, and he also wants to pass because he has $1, a lazy peon, and really nothing else that he can do. So we're both passed. So we are going to go to the docks. And at the docks, we're going to toss that one. And we're going to get a bunch of cards, so probably an attack. Okay. Nothing so far. Nothing. There it is. Okay. So we got 4, so 2 more are coming. So we're still on tier 1. Another baby dragon attacks the resource with the most meeples. So let's count them out. I think it's this guy. He's got 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, as opposed to 3, 6, 7, 8. So definitely attacking this guy. But I do have a lazy peon, don't I? Yes, I do. So I'm just going to toss my lazy peon, and he's just going to go away quietly. Of course, if another attack comes, I don't have any way to protect myself. And there it is. Okay. Hopefully it'll attack the other hotel. Attacks the resort with the most money. It's still him. So, and this time he doesn't have any more lazy peons, so he's gonna have to take it. So let's see, it's attacking this one. There are tourists. Oh no, it's attacking this one because he's got 3. There are tourists there. There's a villain, but the villain doesn't care. The villain is actually just gonna move out of the way because I do think that if there's a villain there, he loses a health. So let's get him out of the way. And of course now he's locked. He cannot move again. So if another attack comes, he's going to have to lose a health if he's standing there in the way, because I guess he got caught in the crossfire. I don't think the monsters are trying to attack him, the pirates, but you know. Okay, so there are tourists, but there are no heroes here. So looking back at our chart, helpless to defend themselves, the tourists get eaten by the monster. The defending attraction loses meeples equal to the monster's damage, and if the monster is greater, then we lose all of them. The monster is a 2, and we have 3 here, so we lose 2. And that's it for this attack. Getting somewhere. We're still on tier 1. We have 4, so we need 2 more. There's another one, and another attack. Okay. It's a double attack, but again, we're going to treat it as a single attack. So now it attacks the resort with the most heroes. So finally, these guys are getting attacked. And it's attacking this one right here. It's got a 2. A defending hero loses 1 additional health. Oh man, this lady, she was about to leave the hotel. So let's see what happens if there's a hero there. There's heroes and there's tourists. So a hero, okay, the middle one. Dutifully, the hero protects the tourist from the foul monster. The defending hero loses 1, which again is going to be 2 because of this guy's ability. If the hero has 0 health remaining, place the hero into the dock instead of scoring it. The defending attraction loses tourists equal to the monster's damage if it's in excess of the hero's armor. If there aren't enough, then lose them, but lose them all, but no damage marker is placed. Okay. So yeah, and the Ghost series of monsters cost 2, which is what we got. So she's gonna lose 2, taking her back all the way. And then it's a 2, so no tourists are lost. If he was a 3 and she's only a 2, we would have lost the tourist as well. So there's that. And finally, we are done with the ducks. Okay, so now we do cleanup. So everything that has a lock marker gets unlocked. All right, and our things go back to our hand if I can. By the way, I had this. I had a lazy peon. Oh my gosh, why don't I remember this? So we don't need her to protect us. We can just send the lazy peon to get eaten, and she can be almost about to check out. And we didn't lose any tourists, so that's that. Okay, memory, Annabelle. Use your memory. But at least I remembered quickly enough. All right. We did all that. We cleaned it up. Now we're gonna heal everybody. So you're healed. You're healed. You are actually out. So he is completely recovered, and he's out to, I guess, the engineer is out to get more monsters, so she's going back to the dungeon. So you just place it, I guess, here. It's secret information, you don't have to reveal it, but I'm just gonna let you see it. So we got 3. All the flare gets lost, and that's it. So we go back to getting 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we get 2 apprentices. Oh my gosh, 2 apprentices and a bunch of street performers that cannot work at our hotel. Oh no, wait, yeah, these guys need to be under this carpet. That's not gonna help us. Okay, so 2 apprentices. We're gonna lose people everywhere. We don't have any lazy peons. Also, we get tagged. It's gonna be trouble. I guess we'll put them here and protect the most we can at this attraction. I mean, it is what it is. Okay, and how about second player? Got a lazy peon, got a day worker. I do have $1, so I could pay him. I got the guild master though, so do I need to? Let's see. I gotta upgrade this attraction because this is not worth my time. This guy can work in 2 different attractions. So it's covered the beach and it's covered 2 of these. And then I got an apprentice to finally to cover all of this. And then I guess I could pay my lazy peon my last $1 so he could work here and I'll lose that many tourists. Not my lazy peon, my day worker. Okay, so let's get income. This guys lose all 3 because there's nobody here. This one lose 1, and this one loses 1 as well. Oh my gosh, all my tourists are gone. They don't like the service at my top hotel. Okay, so for income though, we get a lot of flair, so we can get our guys back, I guess. We got 4, 7, 8 flair. And as far as money, I get $3. So I'm at 6. Okay. And then for our, down here, this attraction is covered, so it loses nothing. This attraction is covered by this guy, because he's in the middle, so it loses nothing. These guys are all upside down, hold on. Okay, big hands, moving stuff. And this guy this attraction loses 1, because I only have 2 out of the 3. So now as far as income, I get 3 flair, not that much. And money, I get $6, $7, so tons of money. Okay. So now we will go to our actions. And I need to train some people, don't I? I do have money. Let me do that first. I have 6. I wish I had 8, but I don't. I guess we'll take a journeyman. One of these guys is gonna turn into a journeyman. We'll lock it. And we'll pay 4, leaving me at 2. Goes into my hand. Okay. And for these guys, they do have a street performer that they could train. If not, they have 3 flair and 3 flair only. But with 3 flair, they can afford a hero. So let me do that. So I'll spend my 3 flair to get my hero. And he's going to go here. When attracted, discard the top monster of the monster pile. Nicely done. Okay, which means we're on tier 2 now, because this guy was our last tier 1. So we're moving along. He has a little bit of health already. And more importantly, my hotel is protected, so I like that. He's into heroes, isn't he? And that's it. Did I pay for him? I did. Okay. Back to this guy. He's got street performers to be trained, but only $2. But with $2, I can train a herald, so I will. This guy's going to go away, and we're going to gain a herald into our hand. That's going to go there. Okay, back to us. He's got a street performer, but of course now everything is locked. So I could use it to gain 1. I guess I will. I'm going to gain 1, discarding it. And with that 1, I'm going to get a wanderer and get 1 tourist. Better than no tourists. This gets discarded. Where do I want my tourist? I guess we'll put him here, or maybe here, where he's better protected. Because if I get attacked here, well, everybody can protect, so I don't think it's a big deal. But it kind of benefits me to kind of have, I'll get money from here, flair from here. Because, I don't know if you've noticed, but if you have tourists in an attraction, that gives you money. And if you don't have tourists, then you get flair to attract tourists. Because, you know, the attraction is open to new people coming in. So that's why it gives you reputation. Hey, come, we have room, right? We have vacancies. All right, so that was this guy. Now, what else do we have here? We have, we can train with the journeyman, but we only have 2 bucks and everything is closed. I close myself up. It's a discount of 3, so I can go up to 5. I can get a valet, but I don't have any heroes. There are no heroes here. I have a lot of flair. I should probably use it. But he has none, so I know he can't use it. So I might as well try and use the money things. I I guess we will get a valet, thinking that we'll get monsters eventually. I mean, not monsters, heroes. So I can get a discount of 3 plus 2 is 5. And this guy is going to become a valet, locking that up and tossing that guy. Okay, we're back here. We have money and we have a lazy peon. So let's upgrade the beach, because it's the only one we haven't upgraded. We have $7, so it'll have to be the shop because this one costs 8. So we'll get the shop, we'll put that there, and we'll upgrade our beach. The tourists just decided to go shopping. And that was 7, so I lost all my money. Okay, lost all my money, but that's okay. And then this guy has a herald, which can give him some more flair. He can discard this one to get health to a hero, but we don't have a hero. So we can also use the ability, but that ability is not worth it. I can discard lazy peon, but I don't have any, so okay, now the abilities are good, so let's just get some flair. Let's spend some flair first, right? I have 3 in my hand that I can use, but I don't need to tell my opponent that, because I have 8, so I can afford any of these. So we'll get, do we want another villain? You know what, sure, let's get another villain. Let's go villain on this attraction, so on this hotel. So I spent 4, just put him here, we'll give him a health. Oh, he's got a lot of text. Let's see what it says. Alright, so his ability says, when attracted, look at the top 6 cards of the deck. Place any number on top in any order. Place the remaining cards on the bottom in any order. At the end of each season, you may look at the top card of the monster pile, then place it back. So I get to look at 6. Now, I don't have any heroes, so probably what I want to do is get the monsters out of the way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, the only problem is that, of course, I'm the only player, so this guy's not supposed to know. Okay, so I want to get heroes, so let me put the hero on top. And then these guys, there were no monsters. Also, I like my villain, so let's put the villain on top so it comes out. And I know, he doesn't know, but I know that there's no monsters coming, so I don't have to have protection. At least not for a while. Okay, so I did that, I got my hero, so we're back. I paid? Yes, I paid. So we're back to him. He's got a lazy peon. He's got no money. He's gonna pass finally. So when he passes, he gets the harbor master and all this $5. They are his to keep. So we just mark it here, and we return them so we can start piling them up. So he's gonna be first player next turn, which might confuse me. I hope not. And of course, you didn't see any of that because I forgot to switch the camera. But yeah, he's passed. There were $5 here, so I just put them on my tracker at number 5. And I put the money back in the bank so that we can, start accumulating. So he's passed. He's gonna be first player next turn. That might confuse me. I hope not. Now we're up to him again, and he's got still more flair. So he's the only one left. So I can discard this one for 2. So I'll go up to 6, and I can discard this one for 1. And those are free actions. All I got is my valet guy, which is not gonna help me. Okay, so now I'm up to 7. So let's get a legion. That's 5. That's gonna give me a weight. Or I can get these 2. What's better? It's 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 is the same. There'll be more cards coming. So all the cards I saw are gonna come. So sure, let's just clean it up. So I get 4, and I have to spend 6. So I'm down to 1. It's actually no. I'm at 7. So I can get this guy for 4 and that one for 1 with my 7. So this one is going to cost me 5. So I'm down to 2. And I get 4 guys for that, 4 meeples. So I can put my hotel back to normal. I need to upgrade my beach. Let's put as many as we can here, since this is easy to employ or maintain. And this guy here. Okay, and then he's passed, so I go again, and I still have 2. So with 2, I can get this one that's going to give me an extra 1. And the only place, well, I can put him here. Sure, let's put him here, so I can get more money. This is fully attracted, and this one will give me more flair. Okay, so that's why I did that. And now I think he's gonna pass. He's got nothing. Oh, maybe he's got a lazy P. Okay, so we pass, we go into the ducks, but he knows that there's no monsters coming, so we're good. We've got our hero, we've got our villain. That's 3, 4, 5, and 6. I know the top card is still not a monster. Alright, and then it says at the end of each season, which this will be the end of the season, right? So we did that, we're going to do cleanup, so I can look at the top card, but I don't think that it matters. It tracks the result of the most tourists. So now I know that, which is not me, I don't think. Kind of equal, 4, 7, 8, 4, 7, 8, we are exactly tied. Okay, so now we do cleanup. I'm not going to remember that anyways. So, these guys go to the discard pile. Guys go to the discard pile. Okay. This guys get healed. She is scored. I think I forgot to discard when I scored the other guys. I'm just going to do it now. We were supposed to discard the top monster when she's fully healed. This guy gets healed and this guy gets healed. Okay, I need a hero. Well, luckily there's one out there and I'm first player. Alrighty, so unlock everything. Let's go. We got 5 workers, so that's 2. Shuffle. One, 2, 3. These are the cards. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. All right. And we're going to assign our workers. Before I do that, it's one thing I kind of wanted to talk to you guys about. All right, so I know we're going through changes, and if you're here at this point in the video, you must either really like the game or you're just a Meeple Village fan. Either way, I would love your feedback. So I want to know, especially if you've been here before, if you've watched other Meeple Village videos before, you've watched enough to see what the new system is and what it feels like. Please be nice about it, but tell me, what do you like better about this system or what do you like less, so that I can try and adjust. If I need to go back to the other method, I will. There are some disadvantages to the other method, and I'll be very transparent. One of them is that I was using a lot of devices that run on battery, and there will be times during our videos that I would be recording and one of the devices would run out of battery and I would stop having that camera available for the rest of the video. And sometimes it would be the camera that shows you most of the stuff and it was really, really, really bad. But I want to hear from you guys. I want to hear, you know, especially like one of the things I'm looking forward to hearing from you guys is what's the audio like? Because I have no idea. I was not able to plug in my regular mic. You see I'm not wearing one. So I'm using the mic that just comes in this devices. So I don't have no idea if the audio is better or worse. So I will find out when I edit, but you let me know how does it feel like for you guys. All right, back to the game. So let's assign our workers. Since this guy is first, we'll do his workers. We'll assign his workers first. So he's got, this one cannot be assigned, a street performer, but he's got his worker that I could pay for. He's got the guild master. He's got apprentice, and he's got this guy that can give me flair. Oh wait, I didn't count our stuff. So why am I assigning workers? All right, so let's see. Over here, wait, oh no, I am assigning workers. Yes. Got confused there for a minute. Let's see. Our guild master will probably best put to work here. So it'll cover 2 from here and 2 from there. So I just need 1 and 1. Which I could do this one here. And if I use my day worker, I'll lose $1, but I'll have 3 here and 4 here, too many, but I could keep my guy in my hand, so I can gain some flair, because as it is, I'm not going to get a lot of flair. Well, I get a little bit from here, so I did it. And then for our other guy, we got an apprentice, we got a lazy peon, and we got tons of apprentices. Let's see, we'll put one at the beach. Okay, and I guess we'll put them here so we don't lose anybody there. All right, so let's check our income then. Over here we're covered, so we don't lose anybody. Over here we're more than covered, but we cannot use this guy to help over here. So over here we lose all of them because we don't have anybody working there. And then our income is $8 plus the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're at 12. Yeah, 8 plus 4 is 12, Annabelle. And flair, we've got 4 flair, not too many. That's why I wanted to keep my Herald, because he'll give me 2 more. And I want a hero. You guys know I want a hero. That's not going to get me to the hero. I just saw that because I have 4 plus 2 is only 6. But in any case, all right, over here we lose our dudes because it's not employed. Over here we keep them, and over here we keep them. So our income over here is 4 flair. Okay. And our money is 7. All right, now we can start taking actions. We left a guy. We can have 3, so we can get our hero, because I can discard this one for 2 and this one for 1, so I will, which puts me to 7, and then boom, I'm gonna get the Warlord, and he's gonna come here. When attracted, gain 3 to any attraction at your resort. Oh my goodness, well, don't mind if I do. Now, where do I want to put them? I think I'm going to fill this one up, because that way I don't need to worry about, like this. If I lose this one, I lose this one. No big deal. And let's put a health tracker on him. Okay. And now we're going to go to our top player, who's got a lazy peon, so nothing. He's got $7. So I think it's time to upgrade our beach. I think I'm going to put a level 1 there, though. So it's either a Timberline Trail or a brewery. I can't do the brewery because I already have a brewery, so it'll be this one. Okay, and that cost me 4. So I'm down to $3. Okay, now we're going to go over here to our other player. He's got nothing in his hand, but he's got a bunch of money, so he should probably also upgrade an attraction. So let's do that. And this is a level, they're all level 2s. Tier 1, Tier 2, and Tier 1. So I can actually do a Tier 2 one. So I got their Ancient Ruins, or the Ancient Ruins. Well, with that in mind, we'll take an Ancient Ruins. Okay, so that's $8. So I'm down to 4 again. And it says at the beginning of each season, gain 2 if there are no tourists at this attraction. By the way, my girl is gone, so I don't need to do that. But, yeah, no, that's good. The girl was the only one that had power when she was here. Remember, she gave me a flare, but I lost her. So what do I want to upgrade? Remove a lock from any track. No, I like that power. Rearrange it. Yeah, we'll upgrade this one. No, we're not upgrade. Hold on. This is a Tier 2 and this is a Tier 2. So I need to upgrade a Tier 1. I cannot upgrade the shop because it's a Tier 2 and this one is a Tier 2. So it's this one that we are going to upgrade. Okay. Alright. So that was that. And then what you have a lazy peon. I should just leave it like that. But then I'm going to think it's the discard pile. So that's why. Okay. I've got $3 to my name. Nobody to train. And I can't afford a new attraction. I do have 4 flair, so let's get. If I had 5, I would get another villain because I like villains, but I don't. So I guess we'll get the Brood or either one. It's the same thing. So we'll just get this ones. We get 3 toys. And where do we want to put them? Well, we'll fill this one up and we'll put the other 2 here. Okay, and this gets discarded, and that was 4 flair, so all my flair. Alright, so now we're down here, we got nothing. We've got $4, so I can't afford anything. We got nobody to train, so we're gonna pass. We're gonna add money. And then he's gonna pass, right? Because what he's got is a lazy peon. Yeah, and he's got $3, nothing to train. All right, we both passed, so we're gonna go to the docks. Correct? Yes. Okay. We lose the one on the bottom, and then we need 3. Let's see what we get. We get 1, Kraken strikes. So the Kraken is a card that is part of the villain expansion. So if you have the base game, you're not going to get the Kraken. So I believe the card itself tells you what happens. So let's go ahead and read it. The player with the most tourists loses tourists until they have the same number as the player with the next highest amount. So it's kind of like a catch-up mechanism. Place these tourists on the Kraken. Discard the top monster of the monster pile. If the Kraken has 10 or more tourists on it, remove them and release the Kraken, which is a card that I don't know where it is. So I have to go find it if that happens, but then it attacks one of the resorts. Or maybe both. I think it attacks both. Alright, so we've got to catch up. So we'll leave the Kraken here. Thank God we have space. And now we count. This guy has 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 tourists. And this one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 tourists. So we're tied. So actually, the Kraken gets nothing. Alright, so I guess we'll just leave it there. Sure. Maybe there's more Kraken cards? I don't remember. I haven't played the game in a little bit. But we keep rolling. Okay, we got 2, 4, 6, so we're good. And no more attacks. So we do a little bit of cleanup. Nobody bought any cards. Everybody heals, so he's going to score. And we're supposed to get rid of that. And we're also going to get rid of one other one because of our villain being completely relaxed at our hotel and leaving and taking a monster with him. And then this guy scores, and he's also going to take or defeat a monster on his way out, I guess. This guy's going to heal, and this guy's going to heal. So I need another hero. My berserker just left. Alright, but everything else is good, so there were no attacks, so our lazy peon did nothing. Just was lazy. Let's try and get rid of all these cards. Okay, and this guy's also get discarded. Our hero lost his health tracker. There it is. Okay, we did it. And then we get 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's assign. We got a street performer, 3 apprentices, and this one that lets me heal a hero. So if I don't have to use the valet, I won't. But I might have to if I want to protect everybody. Well, let's see. We can protect one of them. I don't know which one is better to protect, to be honest. I think here, because there's a hero there. If a monster attacks us, I want to have... Well, I don't think it matters, to be honest. I'll keep this guy in my hand because I can get the warlord score faster. And I am kind of winning. He's got 4 points to my... I got 6 extra points. 6 more points than he does. He's got a lot of catching up to do. Alright, and then our other guy's got an apprentice, a valet, but no hero, so he might as well use it. He's got the herald, which gives him flair, so maybe keep him. He's got this guy that can train at a cheaper price. So let's see, I got tourists everywhere. So let's go here. 1, 2, 3. I got no hero, so might as well. And I could get another one done, but not train. But I have this guy to train, so that's okay. So we'll go here, like that. And all of that is protected. Okay. So now let's see income. This guy doesn't lose anything. This guy loses 3. Ouch. And he loses 5. We lost a lot of tourists. And our income is 1 flair. Let's see. Plus 2, 3. Plus 3, 6 flair. And our money is 5 plus 3, 8. 8 plus 4, we're back to 12. And then for us, we lose all the tourists here. We don't lose any here. We don't lose any here. So our flair is 4. And our money is 8. 8 plus 3 is 11. All right. And then we start. So I left my street performer to train him, I think. Honestly, I don't remember, but I have a lot of money, so why not get another guild master? So we got 4 flair. Let's get the Guildmaster first, because I don't want to lose the opportunity. So I go from, I lose 8, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I go to 4. And I lose the Speed Performer, but you've seen how the Guildmaster is actually really helpful because he can cover 2 attractions at once. That's it for me. We locked it. So what do we have here? We can train that guy, but now he just trained, so he might not want to train again, is what the first player is thinking. So let's maybe use our flair because we don't have a lot of it. What is this? Fire chasers to an attraction with oh, we don't have any of those, so that's too bad, so sad. I guess we can get a brood. Do I have 5? I only have 4. Can I discard to get 1 more? I can. I can get me another villain. Let's do it. So I'm going to go up to 5, and then I'm going to attract the villain. He's got an ability, the Wicked Witch. She's got an ability, gain +1 health each time an attraction at your resort with tourists on it is upgraded. All right, and then for us, we've got, all right, we're going to for sure discard this one to get health on him, but that's free. And then we got 6 flair, no heroes. But we could get, let's see, what is this one? An attraction with a hero? Oh yeah, okay, so we get the groupies for 2. We get 1 + 2 to an attraction with a hero. We are full of heroes. So our groupies are gonna be happy. So 2 to an attraction with a hero, why not? Right here. And then this one, I'll put it right here, which is the one that I can place anywhere. So that's that for me. He's got no cards left in his hand. He's got a ton of money, so let's upgrade something since we can't train. Tier 2, Tier 1, Tier 1. Okay, let's get a Tier 2 one then. Or we could get a Tier, yeah, we have to get a Tier 2 or a Tier 3, which we could. Well, let's get a Tier 2. It's either the Piranha Tour or the Ancient Ruins. And yeah, we're gonna trigger the villain, so let's do it. For 8, I'll get, let's see, that one is gaining flair, sure. At the beginning of each season, gain 2, there are no tourists at this attraction. You know what? Sure, let's do this one. Because it'll give me more flair, all I have to do is keep it empty. So this is 8, so I'm down to 3, and I don't want tourists at this attraction. However, I want to trigger her. Gain 1 health each time an attraction at your resort with meeples on it is upgraded. So I have to upgrade one of these. But then I can just let him die next turn. Sure, why not? Let's do it here. I don't think it matters. That's a Tier 1. This is a Tier 2, so it works. Okay. She gains a health because of her ability. And that's it for this guy. Lost the money. Good. Okay. So I've got 4 bucks. Can I train this person? I don't want to train this person. I can't afford anything else. I have 4 flair. So 4 flair I can use. I will use it on the brood. Yep, it's 3 tourists. So the only place I can put him is here. I mean, I'm gonna lose the flair at the end of the turn, so I might as well use it. And also, if a monster comes, at least I lose a tourist, but I don't get a damage counter on my resort. So player 1, or not player 1, top player has 3 bucks to his name, nobody to train, nothing to buy, so he's gonna pass and make a buck, and he's gonna be first player again. And then I think this guy has to pass also. He's got $4, nothing he can afford, nobody to train, so he passes as well. So we move on to the ducks. Okay, let's see. We've got 4, 5, and 6, no monsters. Now we do cleanup. This guy gets healed, this guy gets healed. This one is gonna score. Let's put this guy's away so I can get to him. So this guy is going to score. Just put them all down here, count them later because I'm running out of space. He does take a monster with him. Health is returned. And this is going back into my hand. This one is discarded. Okay, now we get 5 cards. There's 1. We're at tier 3, which is good and bad. It's good because we're almost done with the game. Bad because the monsters are definitely tougher. Okay, and 1. I don't know why I haven't been doing that instead of putting it on top. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so let's unlock everything. Yes, and then let's assign. So he's first player again. He's got 2 valets and no heroes. Well. I don't know what I was thinking. The lazy peon I don't need. The journeyman maybe I'll keep if I can. This is the attraction I want with no, right? At the beginning of each season, gain 2 if there are no tourists at this attraction. So I don't want to put any guys there because I do want the flair. So we'll put this guy here. Actually we'll put both of these guys because I can train these 2 people, but I cannot train these guys anymore. So we'll do it like that and we'll lose all our heroes. Well, we won't because we'll only lose 3, but we're making progress towards losing all of them. And then for our bottom guy, he's got a lazy peon, he's got a herald, and he's got 3 apprentices. So not that great. This one has a hero that can protect it, so I'm more worried about the other 2. At the beginning of each season, gain 2. There are no tours at this attraction, so I kind of don't want tours at that attraction. I didn't notice there's ancient ruins. Okay, so we'll do like that, and I'll keep the herald in my hand because, well, if I keep the herald in my hand, I can get flair, but I'll lose tourists. So you know what? I'm gonna put him here. I'm not sure if that's like the best thing to do. Okay, let's go to income. So nothing to lose here. This one is covered. This one loses 3, which is kind of what we want. So, okay. And then for income, I got 4, 3, 7 flair. 4 from here, 3 from there. And for money, I got 4 and 2, 6 more money. So it puts me at 10. Alright, and then for this guy, he loses 3 here, which we kind of want to do, right? Because the ancient ruins want to be empty. This guy is covered, and this guy loses 2. Alright, as far as income, we have flair 2 and 1 3 and 2 5. And money, we got 3 and 5 8 and 1 9. Oh my gosh, we got so much money. 9 plus 4 13. We're almost to max. Alright, so I left a few workers, right, to train. This one gets trained with a discount, so I can probably go for the guildmaster finally. So it's a discount of 3, so I need to spend $5, which I have. So I'm at 5. He's gonna get tossed. We're gonna get a guildmaster to our hand. We're going to lock that up. And that was my turn. So now he left a lazy peon, so nothing that he can train. But he's got a lot of money, he better use it. But also, I noticed he just spent money, so he might want to go for flair next time. I only have 5 flair. No heroes, which is what I like. So let's see. Attraction with the villain, no. So I can get the brood is the best I can do. So I'll lose 4, gets me down to 1. To get a brood, you get 3 tourists. Get them while they're hot. This one doesn't want to have tourists in them, so I'll try and stick them all here and fill this one up. Okay, back to him. He's got the guildmaster that he can't really do anything, and he's got a lazy peon that he can't really do anything, but he could train his apprentice. I noticed that he spent all his flair, so I don't need to worry about flair anymore. So let's train before he trains. I have $5, which can give me a journeyman or a herald. I like the herald, so let's do the herald. Also, I'll keep more money. So put a lock token on the herald. This apprentice turns into a herald. Okay, we go back to this guy. What you got? A lazy peon. Okay. I guess I can upgrade an attraction because that's really all I've got. 2, 1, and 2. So 2, 2, and 1. So I can upgrade the frost cone. It's gonna cost me 8. When a hero defends against a monster at this attraction. Okay, you know what? I'm a hero person, so I think I like that one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm at 5. Take this one, and we'll upgrade our frost cone. Okay. And we go back to him. He's already trained everything he wanted to train, right? But I can discard this to gain 2. But do I need to? Because honestly, okay, I know I want the cultists, so I'm gonna spend 2 to get the cultists because I get 1 plus I get 2 to an attraction with a villain. So I got villains. So 2 to an attraction with the villain, we'll do that one here. Because I got a villain there. And then the other one, oh, the ancient ruins though. Oof. I don't want any tourists there. But, okay, fine. We'll do it like that. We just don't have to, if we don't equip it, if we get attacked, we'll lose a tourist. And if we don't equip it next time, we'll lose the tourists. Because we'll lose 3. So, I think it's okay. Okay. So that was him with his flare. Now, Lazy Peon. $5, which is not gonna help me much, is it? I got 1 flare. There's a wanderer for 1 flare. I'll take him. It's 1 tourist. I don't want him in the ancient ruins, so we'll put him here. Back to him. He's got 5, so he'll just take the brood. I think. There's 3 tourists. He keeps putting guys on the, he's just going to put him here because he don't want to put him in the ancient ruins. Okay, there we go. Now we'll go back to him. He's got $5. He's going to pass. He's going to take the harbor master, but no money, unfortunately. And he's going to pass. Did I pay for this? I don't think I did. The brood was 4. So I'm down to 1. But I could go to 3, which is still not going to do anything, so he's going to pass. Okay. Both passed. We're gonna go to the docks. I'm guessing we're gonna get monsters. Can't fix this. That's 3. That's 4. That's 5. And that's 6. No monsters. Well, there's a hero and there's a villain, so we're both happy. Okay, now we clean up. Let's unlock everything. Let us lose our flare. Let us get this guy to the discard pile. Heal. This guy's gonna score, taking a monster with him. Okay, put that back. This guy down here. This guy's gonna heal, not scored yet. Discard pile. Discard pile. Get 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, go again. Let's assign. Got 2 guild masters, that should work. Let's put them here, right? I don't know how to make them work. So this guy's got 2 for this one and 2 for this one. It's missing 1 and 1, so the other guy will do. So it's more than enough. I don't want to lose. Oh well, I might get a hero. There's a hero, so I don't want to use my valet. And this one actually I want to lose. So I don't want to pay my, yeah, I won't put anything else. This, I want to lose all the guys here. And then for him, he's got 2 apprentices, 3 apprentices. Okay. Not too many. We'll protect the zip line, I guess. And this one, we could protect here a little bit. Still gonna lose 2, but we will lose 3. So I guess we will. We won't get the flare though. Alright, so now let's check. So over here, we're gonna lose these 2. These are covered. Okay. There's, over here, this is protected. This we lose 2, and this we lose 3, which is kind of what we want. But it's at the beginning of each season that we check Was this one at the beginning of the season, or did I just get rid of guys there? I think I just get rid of guys. So okay, so next turn, if they still have no tourists, they will try. All right, income. So this guy's got 1 and 2 is 3 plus 4 is 7, and as far as money, we got 7 as well. 7 plus 3 is 10. This guy's got 4 flair and 1 is 5. And as far as money, he's got 6 and 11. So he went all the way to 14. He can't have any more money. Okay, so he's got a day worker, a valet, which maybe if I get a hero. So let's try and get a hero. I got 5. The hero that's out here is 5. So we'll take that hero. So we lose all our flair. We get a new hero. It says when attracted, remove 1 damage marker from any attraction, but we don't have any. I guess we'll protect the ancient ruins because we're not going to have any tourists there. So that's probably a good place to put them. And that's my turn. Then we're going to go up here. What you got over here? You got a street performer that you can train. You have 7. You have a villain here. But I know that the other player doesn't have room for, oh, he does. But he doesn't like villains. But maybe he will. Maybe he wants to make even more points. So should I get the villain now, or should I train? I think I want to train. I have $10. So I'm going to train and get another guild master and go down to 2. Or I could get an attraction. I can upgrade my attractions, which is also going to give me points. Yeah, let's do that. This one is still at level 1. So for level 2, it's $7. I like the tour, the Piranha tour. So we'll spend 8 to get the Piranha tour because it's going to give me flair later. If I have it all stacked up. Which of course if I'm not training, I won't. Now I don't know if that guy was almost healed or if it was missing one. But it says gain +1 each time an attraction at your resort with meeples is upgraded, which I just did. So if it was here, he would now be here. So it doesn't matter. It didn't affect anything. Okay. And that was that. This guy, wait, did I pay for that? I did. Okay. This guy also wants to kind of use money somehow. And he's got this guy that he can train. But I think he's got 2 guild masters. I think we should upgrade attractions. So this one's level 2, and level 2. So we gotta go to level 3. Island Regatta, draw 1 worker card. Oh, I like drawing. Or Secret Lair, +1 to a villain at this location. We don't have villains, so I'm gonna spend 10, go down to 4 to get the Island Regatta. So I can draw cards. Which one do I want to cover? I think the remove a marker, damage marker from this location, because we haven't been getting damage, because we have our resort protected with heroes. So we'll do it like that. You're upside down, sir. Okay. Alright, going back to this guy who can train for 2. Yeah, we'll get a herald. Why not? It's the last herald, so I don't think we have to put a marker there. And I'll go into my hand. Okay, and then he has no flair, but he has $4. So he could get one of these guys. I guess we will train his worker. And this gets locked. The street performer is gone. Goes here. Alright, what you got down? Okay, so he can get some more flair. Well, I do have 7. I need 5 to get the villain here. When attracted, you may spend flair as if it was money until the end of the season. Well, I mean, at least I have a little bit of flair, but I don't know if I need money for anything, but we'll see. All right, so that was that. And then he's got nothing, no money, no nothing, but I will discard my card to heal a hero as a free action. Probably should have done that last time so I didn't have to, like, I could pass now, but it's okay. Because he's still doing stuff. He's going to, what's he going to do? He's going to discard the herald to gain 2, taking him to 4 so that he can get, these are all the same. We'll just take one of these, doesn't matter. Because I don't have any damage tokens, all I get is 2 tourists. But I'm gonna use the flare anyways, so we'll take 2 tourists. And we'll put them not at the ancient ruins, so we'll fill this one up, and we'll put the other one here. Okay, now we go back to him. He's gonna pass. Then it's his turn, and I don't think there's anything else he can do with $2, so he's gonna pass. But he passed, so this gets a money. Okay, so more ducks. There's an attack. Oh, the kraken. Okay, so it's the same deal. We have to be equal in tourists. So this one has 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8. And this guy has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So he's got to lose one. He gets to pick where he loses it from. Don't think it really matters. But this one gives me more money. So we'll just lose this guy. Oh, he goes here. Because when there's 10, the kraken attacks. Okay, so we keep going. 4, 5, and 6. No more monsters. Very good. We go to cleanup. So this one is going to score. And it's going to take a monster away. This one's going to heal. This one's going to heal. This one's going to score, taking another monster away. I can't even fit him in here anymore. Come on, get in there. Okay, how many monsters do we have left? 3, I think. So we're almost there. And by almost there, I mean almost to the end of the game. All right. We did clean up. Take everything back into our hands. With lack of space here, things are getting complicated, but we're making it work. These guys get discarded, these guys get discarded, this guy gets discarded. All right, now we get 5 cards. There's 1. Okay, 1. 2, 3, 4. Let's unlock. All right. And let's assign what we got. We've got Guildmaster. Nice. So obviously there's no people here, so let's put the Guildmaster here. Covers 2 of those. So now that one takes 4 people and 2 of these, so this one needs 1 more. We will put the journeyman there, I guess. Or, yeah, we don't have any money to afford this guy. We do have a hero, so we want to keep the valet there. But that will cover that. And this one we don't care about. So that's that. So let's check our income. 4, 5, 6 flare. And 6 and 4, $10. Okay. And then over here, let's assign. We got a Guildmaster. Alright, well, we kind of want to put him there. No, that takes care of only 1 left on each side. So 1 left here, 1 left here. We still have an apprentice to train. Perfect. And our income is $6. Wait, let's count the flare. 1 and 5 flare. And 6 and 4, $10. Putting us at 12. Alright, let's go. He's first player. What's he left? He's got left. Okay, he's going to definitely discard that to heal this guy so he can score. And then as far as stuff he wants to get, I think we gotta upgrade our resort. So this is a level 2. How much money we got? We got 10. Can we afford we cannot afford a level 3. And this is level 2, level 3, and level 2. So we do have to get a level 2. So unfortunately we can't. And we can't train, oh my gosh, so we're just gonna get tourists. We don't need that many tourists really, because we don't want to put any on the ancient ruins until we upgrade it to something else. So let's get the meat. We don't have meat. I'm checking. The mob is 6, which we can't afford, but where are we going to put 5 people? We only have room for 3, so I don't want to do that. So we'll just take one of these things. Actually, let's take the one that gives him a bonus. Because why not? We can be evil like that. So it would give us 2 more. We had an attraction with a villain. It costs 2. So all we're getting is 1 guy. But we don't want a lot of guys. So there we go. And then up to him. I think he has workers he can train. Yes, he does. He also has flair, but there are no villains. Where are the villains? Let's train, because he doesn't know that he doesn't have anybody to train. Or we could also upgrade, which might be good. But I think since we have someone we can train, we should train. And yeah, let's get a guild master. Why not? So it's the last one too. Okay, so let's go into my hand. This gets tossed. We're back to him. We're not gonna lock it because what for? Let's see. He still has a little bit of. He still has room for one more tourist, two more tourists. So he's got 4. This is 2 more tourists right here. It costs 3, so we're down to 1. If it places it on an empty attraction, gain 1. Ooh, gain $1. We got $10. Oh, but that will let me afford. So yes, we're gonna do it. So we're just gonna put him on the ancient ruins just to get that $1. We'll worry about the ancient ruins later. By the way, the ancient ruins trigger for both of us. So we should have 2 extra flair, because they were both empty. Okay, and we get $1, so now we can afford something later on the next turn, because right now we did our action. So we're back to him, and we could get another 2 flair, but what do we need so much flair for? This is for damage, this is for food. We don't have any food places. Okay, we'll get a mob. And it's 5 meeples. 2, 3, 4, 5. Got 2 extra ones. Okay. The ancient ruins don't want people unless they have to have them. So I guess they're gonna have to have them because we got a mob. That's okay. All right. There we go. Back to us, or second player. We're gonna get that number 3 attraction, and level 3, tier 3. Slaughter Coast. Lose any number of meeples for this attraction, then gain 1 for each, gain flair for each, or +1 to a villain. We don't have villains, so we'll take the Slaughter Coaster. And where are we? I guess we'll upgrade the ancient ruins, you know? I keep forgetting to use them anyways. And we got tourists, so we'll do it like that. And that cost me 11, so it's all my money. Alright, we're up to this guy. He has flair if he wants it. Do we want it? It'll just be for the ancient ruins. He's got $4, no one to train, nothing that he can afford. He's gonna pass and take $1. So, boom. Okay. Alrighty. And over here we have 3 flair. Do we want? Yeah, now we want tourists. So what can we afford? We can afford this guy, which will give us 1 if we had a 1, and 2 if we had a food attraction, but we don't. So it's just 1 guy. But hey, 1 guy more than 0 guys. And we'll put him on our new place because it's not the ancient ruins anymore. All right, and then he's passed, and then he's gonna pass. So we all passed. So we'll go to the docks, and 3, 4, upside down, 5, and no monsters. Where are the monsters? All right, we'll do a little bit of cleanup. This, and this. Gets discarded, this gets discarded, these guys get discarded, we lose all our flair, we unlock, we don't have anything to unlock, we heal, this guy scored, so he's taking a monster with him, which means we only have 2 monsters left, but they're nasty. Okay, and we go back to 5 cards, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And he's first player. Let's assign. Okay, we've got 2 of these guys that we have no use for. So we'll put 1 here and 1 here. And then we got Lazy Peon. That's not going to help us. I guess we could fill it up but not get the flair, but not lose the guys, because we're going to lose 3 guys here anyways. So we'll do it like that. So let me just count the income, just so that I don't forget what I've done. So it's 4 flair, not that much, and the money we got 12, which of course is too many. So maybe I should have let some people die, but it's okay. All right, and here let's assign. We've got, not a lot. I would need 4 here. I could, but then I'll lose. You know what? 4 here. I don't know. If I don't get my guild masters into my hand, it's nasty. I'll tell you that. We got 3 apprentices. Let's just get them a 1, I guess. Draw 1 worker card. I guess we'll do this one like that. 4. Or I could do this. I could train a worker. But we'll lose 4. We'll lose all of them here and 4 here. You know what? It is what it is. We'll just do it like that. So this one loses all of them. This one loses 4 of them. So almost all of them. And this one is safe. All the tourists gone. Alright, and as far as income, I've got a bunch of flair. 9 flair. So we can attract more people. And $6. Not a lot of money. But enough hopefully to train with the journeyman, I guess. Alright. So we're going for it. We're going to start our actions. I've got tons of money, so I think it's time to upgrade, especially since I don't have anybody I can train. I have 4 flair, but no villains, so I don't care about tourists as much as I care about villains. By the way, this was empty, I believe. Maybe I lost them now. No, I don't think I ever put stuff here, so I get 2 more flair. I got enough flair to worry about it later. Let's upgrade. Let's see, tier 2, so I can get a tier 3. +1 to a villain. Yeah, we're definitely doing that. The problem is, the only villain is here, but I guess we'll cover them because unless I move him later if a monster comes. Let's just do it here. So I lose $11. So I got 3 left. And that's it for me. Oh, we have to reveal another. Sure, there we go. And then over here, I wanted to train my apprentice for a journeyman. So yes, is it the last one? It is the last one. Okay, so he turns into a journeyman. It's the only thing I can afford. So, okay, off we go. Do have a lazy peon in case we get attacked. All right, back to him. He's got tons of flair. Let's use them. I think since we have gotten rid of the ancient ruins, we'll get a legion for 5. Putting us at 1 and getting 4 tourists. And we'll just put them all here on our new attraction because everything else is full. Okay. And then we go to this guy who has $2 and a bunch of flair. So he does have good use for this one because he has the mask. So he's going to lose 2 flair to get 2 to the mask, right here, and 1 wherever he wants. So the 2 to the mask will go here because we can fit them. Oh, I got an extra one. Oops, sorry. And I guess we'll fill this one up. All right, we're up to him. He's got $3, nothing to train, nothing he can afford, 1 flair, which he can't afford, so he's going to pass with the money here. Get rid of his flair before I forget. All right, and then he's got 7 flair, so he can get, these are not going to trigger, so we'll just get a duo. 3, 1, 2, 3. Give him 2 people. And he'll put him here to fill this one up. And then he's passed, so he's going to spend another 3 to get another duo. Another 3. So fill in this one up and put in 2 here. And I don't think he can afford anything else, so he'll just lose the flair for now. We are done. He's passing. So we'll go to the ducks. That one's not a monster. Oh, there's a monster. A monster attacks. Okay. So, a tier 3. This is going to be tough. It's attacking the reserve with the most tourists. So let's count them out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, as opposed to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13, 14. So we're tied. So when we're tied, I'm glad this happened. The harbor master is the one attacked, so the first player. So fortunately, because he has like no heroes to protect him. So he's attacking the middle one. And eats 3, so eats 3, boom. And then because there's no one protecting it, eats the last 2, but he doesn't get a damage token, so that's that. And we continue. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, another monster. This is gonna be our last monster. So after this, the game is over and we can count who's the winner. So attacks the resort with the most tourists. So now is this one for sure, right? Because he definitely doesn't have. Oh, did I? I haven't. Okay, we're doing the ducks and then we'll do cleanup. But this is the last round. This is the last monster. So the most tourists. Oh, it's attacking twice. Oh, nice. How does this work again? Attacks 2 adjacent attractions. Ouch, that's gonna hurt. And I actually don't have any heroes. All my heroes are gone, so that's okay. Alright, so it's, I guess, the one in the middle and the one to the left. Okay, so, and he's attacking for 4 on each, so there's 2 lost here, and, but since it's the last turn, it doesn't really matter. Okay, so he's gone, he's gone. So now let's do cleanup and then we'll go to the end of the game. So nothing to unlock, but this guy heals and that's it. Okay, so what happens is we count all of the guys that are in our scoring piles and any heroes or villains that are standing are worth 1 point. So he has a point. And then let's see how many other points he's got here. There's 1. And this is 4 is 5, plus 5 is 10, 15 on villains. And then we also count all the attractions here. So he's got 15. Let's see, the tours doesn't matter anymore. Plus 4 is 19, plus 3, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24 points, 24, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30 points. Yeah, okay. And okay, 32, 35 points. So he ended up with 35 points here on top. And now he has no hero standings, so we don't need to worry about those. This way. Let's see how many he's got here. Your extra money, your extra flair means nothing. All right, he's got. Where's the 3 and 4, 7, 11 plus 3 is 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 on heroes, and then 19 plus 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 24 plus 4, 28, 28, 29, 30, 31, almost there, 31, 35, 38, 40. So player 2 beat player 1 by 5 points. And that's it. That's a full run through of Epic Resort with the villain expansion. Alright guys, there you have it. That was a full run through of Epic Resort with the villain expansion. I don't know if I love the villain expansion. I mean, I guess, let's be real. If it wasn't because player 1 or the top player got a bunch of villains, he probably would have completely lost because he wasn't focusing on heroes at all. So they don't help you defend, but they do give you more points, but it wasn't enough points to beat the bottom player who focused on heroes. So I'm a little iffy about that, but the game is very thematic. I love that. I love the art. If you really look at it, you can get references to other games and other things, and it's just funny to see your Vikings in bikinis or bathing suits and stuff like that. So I love the funny theme that goes along with it, but the game is a lot, right? Like, there's a lot going on. But when you play with other players and you just focus on one resort, like I said during the run through, it's not terrible, and you can really get a better strategy than what I was getting at today. But in any case, I hope that this gives you a feel of what the game feels like, and if it's a game that you would like to acquire and play at home, because as always, me and you play more games.
Shocking. You're sitting at the bar non-stop.